The maritime terminology we use today for designating the sides of vessels has deep historical roots that stretch back over a millennium. These terms, starboard, port, and the archaic larboard, evolved from practical seafaring needs and have become standardized across watercraft and even spacecraft. Starboard, referring to the right side of a vessel when facing forward, has the most ancient origins. The term derives from Old English steerboard, a combination of steer, meaning steer, and board, meaning side of a boat. In the earliest days of seafaring, before ships had centrally mounted rudders, vessels were controlled using steering oars placed over the right side of the stern. This positioning accommodated the fact that most sailors were right-handed, allowing them to use their dominant hand for the crucial task of steering. The steering oar's placement on the right side made this the steering side, which gradually evolved into starboard through linguistic changes over centuries. An alternative theory suggests Viking influence, with some sources indicating that Viking ships called the right side the board with the star, though this remains less documented. The left side of vessels has undergone a more complex terminological journey. Originally known as larboard, this term derived from Middle English larboard, where lard meant to load and board referred to the side of the ship. Since the steering oar occupied the right side, ships naturally docked with their left side facing the port or wharf, making it the practical loading side where cargo was transferred. The critical change came in the mid-19th century due to a dangerous communication problem. The similarity in pronunciation between larboard and starboard led to frequent confusion and miscommunication among sailors, particularly in noisy conditions or urgent situations. This confusion posed genuine safety risks during navigation and docking procedures. The Royal Navy officially ordered the replacement of larboard with port in 1844. The United States Navy followed suit in 1846. The term port was chosen because it referred to the side of the ship that faced the port or harbor when docked. The word itself derives from the Latin portus, meaning harbor or haven. However, the transition wasn't immediate across all maritime sectors. Whalers continued using larboard well into the 1850s, and Mark Twain noted in Life on the Mississippi that the term was still used on Mississippi River steamboats during his time on the river. Lewis Carroll rhymed larboard and starboard in Fit II of The Hunting of the Snark. Today, these nautical terms have transcended their maritime origins. Port and starboard are used not only for ships, but also for aircraft and spacecraft. The terminology provides crucial consistency in navigation and communication, eliminating the ambiguity that could arise from using left and right, which depend on the observer's orientation. In spacecraft operations, these terms maintain their significance despite the different environment of space travel, where traditional concepts of up and down become relative to thrust direction rather than gravity. This demonstrates the enduring utility of maritime terminology in modern navigation contexts. The standardization achieved through the international regulations for preventing collisions at sea ensures that port and starboard are universally recognized terms across diverse maritime cultures and languages. Modern navigation lights continue this tradition, with red lights marking the port side and green lights indicating starboard, creating a visual system that supports the verbal terminology. The evolution from larboard to port represents more than just linguistic change. It exemplifies how maritime safety concerns drive the development of clearer, more effective communication standards. These ancient terms, rooted in the practical needs of early seafarers, remain essential elements of modern navigation, proving their enduring value across centuries of maritime history and technological advancement.